Hey everybody, how are you? Hi. Okay, welcome to day one. So exciting. I love changing things up. I love renewing and encouraging myself and getting my excitement built up. And I don't just do that on the first of the year. I do it all year long. So welcome. This is going to be fun, and this is something we're going to be doing all year long because goals and resolutions should not be just for the first day of the year. It should be all year. And there's times where it is more necessary to re-energize yourself for a resolution, a commitment that you have made to yourself throughout the year. Like if you're going to be on, like if you're refocusing on the way you eat and eating healthy, really good time to do that. All year, but if you're just recommitting to it, October, because you have Halloween, you have Thanksgiving, you have Christmas, you have the New Year, you have the times where we eat so much, and we usually just, it's almost the end of the year, I'll just start again next year, and then you just crash into the next year instead of flying into the next year. So that's a great time to do this. So today we're going to talk about goals. Now, what I want you to do, if you're going to set a goal, and I do this throughout the year, but if you have never done it before, look at what you want your life to be like in 10 years. Imagine your best, biggest, brightest, most exciting life. The life you are excited to wake up in the morning and get going, and your most exciting life that you could imagine 10 years from now. What does that look like to you? Write it down. Write down all the different points of what this looks like to you. Both work, vacations, your family, your marriage, your kids, your physical activities, yourself, the way you eat, all of it. Just write it all down. This is what it looks like to me. Then make some goals. Say, okay, these are the specific things that would make that a reality. These are the specific things that I need to do or to change or to become to make that a reality. That is your goals. That is what you want to do and how you want to do it. Now, you got to take that and break it down, because if you work on all of those things at one time, you're never going to achieve any of them, because it spreads it out so thin that you don't get them all done. So break it down to one thing. List out 10, 20, however many you've got. What is the one thing that you can do to start you on this path that you want to get to? One thing. Focus on that one thing. Write it down. Make that your goal. Now, it could be something kind of short term. I don't think is logical, because when we want to change something, it's forever. So when I tell you it's the first thing you're going to work on, it doesn't mean that you're only going to work on it for a week, a month, a year, and then that's completed and done. Sometimes it's completed and done. Sometimes it is a life-changing thing, and you work on it and you make that your sole focus for 30 days and 60 days, 90 days, a year, whatever, until it becomes a habit. When it becomes that habit, then you can move on to your next one to focus on, because this is a habit. This is a part of who you are. It's a part of your life. You're not going to let it go and ignore it, but it's a part of who you are. And now you can focus on the next one to get that one done. And the reason you go 10 years, and then you go 5 years, then you go yearly, then you go monthly, then daily, and looking at how to achieve that goal, is because if you don't have that end date, that end goal, you don't know how to break it down. When you break it down, it's mile markers that you're doing, and that makes it more manageable in your mind. You're like, okay, I have this big audacious goal of like writing a book. How do I do that? And sometimes you just either get stuck on the how do I do that, and you're like, there's so many different things, there's so many different ways. What do I do? And you get overwhelmed and you give it up. And it goes to the back of your mind. It's still there, it's still something you want to do, but it goes to the back of your mind. Or you start fantasizing about how it's going to be, and if I get the perfect writing area done, then I can start writing my book. You need to break it down into the mile markers of, if I want this done in 1 year, how many pages per day do I need to write? Break it down into yearly, monthly, weekly, daily goals, and then you know what you need to do, the small little things you need to do to make that a reality. So, and the last thing I want to talk about before we go today is, don't put time limits on it. Because if there's a time limit on it, you feel rushed, and then if you're not close enough to hitting it, you're like, I'm never going to hit it, I just quit. So do daily, weekly, monthly. I usually would say a weekly and a monthly. I don't know if I do a daily, but a weekly and a monthly review. How did I do on my goals? Did I reach these things? What got in my way? What stopped me from doing the things I wanted to do? That is huge in goal setting. What stopped you? What got in the way? That way you can deal with this. You can come up with a plan of, okay, these are the things I know get in my way. This is how I'm going to handle it so that it doesn't keep getting in my way, that I keep going and can get past that, or it's going to keep getting in your way. So that's my suggestions today. Thank you for joining me. I loved sharing this with you. You have any questions or ideas, or want more explanation on something, let me know. Thank you. Bye.